So why do we resist positive changes? What makes sense here, right? We need to lose weight. We need to cut back on drinking. We need to save more money. We need to be more patient with our children. We need to be more compassionate in our relationship. We need to be go on and on and on. All these positive changes. Why do we resist positive change? Why do we resist doing things that would bring our lives to a higher level of consciousness, joy, peace? Why? Hey, I'm David Essel for the last 43 years. Oh my Lord, have I struggled with this personally? So many times I know changes I need to make with my health or my money or my relationships, and I do the same thing, right? It's like I pause, I procrastinate, and I want to know why. Like, what the heck are we doing here if we're not moving forward and bringing in new energy into our lives? Why do we resist positive changes? I'm going to tell you right now, number one, is because most people do not like change. It doesn't even matter if it's going to bring you more money or anything else. I remember a great story Jenny McCarthy told me when I was on her radio show, and I was asking her, was there ever a time in her life that she just couldn't figure out why she was in position she was in, that couldn't figure out why she was struggling or unhappy? And she said, oh my God, David, after my heyday of being a Playboy Playmate bunny, there came a period of time where I would get opportunities to travel to LA and New York. I think she was living in Chicago at the time. And I'd say, I don't feel like doing that. And then a call would come in to go somewhere else, and she'd go, I don't really feel like doing that. And then all of a sudden, she said, my business dropped to nothing. Like, people stopped calling because I didn't feel like doing it. It was just something I didn't feel like doing. And then I started to look in the mirror and said, wait a minute. Everything you're working for is crumbling because you're not willing to get uncomfortable. You're not willing to change. You're not willing to travel. And she said, David, once I got myself clear that I was the one that was slowing down my career, I jumped on it and I've never looked back. How about you? What excuses do we use? Justification, rationalization, or denial for change? I'll take care of that once the kids get back in school, or once they leave the house, or once the divorce is over, or once I find the greatest guy or woman in the world, or once I lose the weight, I'll start going to more social events. Like, why do we? Change is not always easy. And I want to give you a deep explanation here that's very simple to understand. The conscious mind is here, and it says, I want to lose weight. I want to quit drinking. I want to make more money. I want to have a more peaceful relationship, right? That's all here. People come into the office and say, but David, I want a great relationship. I want great money. But back here is the problem. It's called the subconscious mind. If we have put into the subconscious procrastination, if we have put into the subconscious voices from the past that you're not worthy of making the money you want, you don't have the talent or skills to make the money you want, the subconscious mind will deflate our desire to move forward and make changes. The human nature is meant to go forward in life. We should be goal-seeking missiles, right? I can't remember who said that in the 80s, but I love that statement, that we should be goal-seeking missiles. We should be looking for ways to have better bodies, have better spiritual connection, have better relationships, have better connection with our career, and everything should be moving forward in life. But then all of a sudden we come up with excuses of why we don't want to get up early to get to the gym, or why we don't want to work those extra hours and have that part-time job so that the finances start to take care of themselves, right? And we start to pull back, and we pull back more. One of the greatest ways that you can change that is with an accountability partner. Now, when I say accountability partner, I don't mean a best friend, a family member, a romantic partner at all. It's got to be someone on the outside, maybe an acquaintance, maybe a personal trainer or a counselor or coach, or an accountant with your finances, or a financial advisor with your investments, or a dietitian with your weight, whatever it might be. Change can be hard. We resist change even if it's going to bring us positive end results. But we can stop it right now. We can make a decision today. We can reach out for help. I've mentioned this on many videos. I think the only reason that I'm still alive today is because I've reached out for help in times where I was really dragging, where I didn't know what to do financially. I didn't know what to do with my depression. I didn't know what to do with a relationship, and so I reach out for help. And then, of course, the professionals that I work with will say, David, well, you've got to get up earlier. And I go, oh, I don't want to, but then it works. Or they'll say, you got to have more compassion. I'll say, oh my God, but I don't want to. And then it works. Or maybe you got to cut back on your spending. Oh, but I don't want to. And then it works. So let's get serious today. Find an accountability partner. Make a decision that you are worthy of the goals you want. And the only way we know we're worthy of the goals we want is if we do the work we'd rather not do to achieve those goals. If I can help you, it's davidessel.com. I'll put the information below. Comment below. If you have better ideas, share them for everyone. Share this video so people can understand that most of us go through the struggles of change. We don't want to change. But when we realize that by doing a small amount of change on a daily basis could bring a great end result in 365 days, let's go for it. I'm David Essel. Have a great day.